costume you want to. But you know and I know that you're only half the man that I am. And I have half the brain that you do. But week after week, they tried to make me look like a jackass.
What the fuck was Nash wearing out there?
Sid Vicious face.
I don't want to know. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Working Title Sports Show.
It's football season. Yay!
Hey, it's football. Wait a minute. It's football season, y'all. Yay!
But that and the baseball one is just done.
Of course, what started as a tradition, I wanted just to come out of nowhere because I just like the dumb energy of Psycho Sid, who gave 1,000% on all of his promos, even when he fucked up on them. A guy who was not the best wrestler, but good God, he was a good wrestler.
I said it offline. He is the most intense white man with a Jerry curl wrestler I have ever seen in my life. Ever. Actually, the second one, if you count Dusty Rhodes. Dusty Rhodes was another wrestler. Dusty Rhodes was another wrestler for Jerry curl. So, you know, that's two wrestlers that we've lost that had Jerry curls that are gone now. So that's Dusty Rhodes and now Sid Vicious. That sucks. Big time.
Does it really constitute as a Jerry curl? Well, curls,
yeah,
wetness,
yeah,
on a Southern person. I don't know.
You know what's funny though about Sid? It's the crazy, interesting thing about Sid. I actually did love him, and it was interesting. Like during that time of WCW when he was there, he was again him, Booker, and a lot of other people. They were like the bright spots during that period of time. Like because Sid was pretty much consistent. I would give him that. Like promos, whatever, and stuff. You like you said, whatever he did, highs and lows. It's like, well, at least you know those matches are going to be pretty good, at least to a point. So you know,
Sid brought a piece of energy. I think I will also say I was underappreciated when he was there, even by me a little bit. You know, just because the whole talking to your teeth like
the sweat, just.
But here's the funny thing. He was like a more understandable version of Ultimate Warrior. Like Warrior would go all, the Warriors talked to me last night. Sid wouldn't go that far. Sid would just say, I'm crazy. But I am the master. You believe him though, but you believe him though.
Is this why everybody loves Karen Cross?
When Jimmy Elwig was on, he was on something else, bro.
Is that why everybody wants Karen Cross to be Sid Vicious, pretty much? I'm assuming that's what it is.
When it comes to, I think people want Karen Cross to be interesting. Period.
Yeah.
I think when it comes to a lot of big men, I think this is one of the things that something that's new for a fact, but I just don't think he displayed it very well. Which was that. I want to say big men in general, but he got big wrestlers, big meaty, big.
He's a big dude.
Big men wrestlers, but a lot of them really don't have any charisma. A lot of them really don't. And Sid's was just the fact that he had the look, and the second he opened his voice, it wasn't small. It wasn't small. It was big. You seen him, you could kind of halfway believe.
RoboCop! I'm 6'9", 320 pounds. I am the real Man of Steel in the NWA, and you better learn to like it.
RoboCop, ladies and gentlemen, RoboCop.
He fought
RoboCop. That was a time. That was a time.
The fact that no. Really, let's think about this. In the middle of your wrestling, the RoboCop comes down there, opens up the steel bars to let Sting out.
Yeah, breaks the bars, breaks the thing. I was like, whoa, hey.
The best part about that is that Jim Ross is calling the fuck out of it. But what makes it even better is that the second you hear the crowd, like what?
And you have Sting next to him, like, yeah.
Yeah, guys, the Stingers with RoboCop. What? Sting
and RoboCop versus the Four
90s?
Horsemen.
What is it? Not even the 90s. This was the late 80s. What?
You could not get away with that now. If you sat there and tried to sell like, hey, it's John Cena and RoboCop, people like, get the fuck out of my face.
Let's keep it very simple. Let's keep it very
Reigns.
simple. No, let's keep it very simple. Wait a minute. The Judgment Day is beating down Damian Priest. Damian Priest is getting beat by the Judgment Day. Wait a minute. Deadpool and Wolverine are here. Deadpool and Wolverine. Just Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman going. It's on that same level.
Kids, folks, as a kid,
like wrestling is already look.
Wrestling is crazy.
Look, Chris, you and I know wrestling is stupid, crazy fun. We know it's fake, but the second you bring a superhero down there amongst the circus that is wrestling, it's like stop.
Here's the thing. If you think about that period, though, as a kid, it taps into that imagination like, oh,
yes,
shit, RoboCop, yeah.
Yes, it does. Okay. Because I feel bad for a lot of kids due to some parents doing it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you gotta do that because shut the fuck up, kid. That shit ain't real. You can't. It's like kids can only believe in Santa Claus for so long.
Yeah.
But at the same time, even if you don't believe in Santa Claus, a kid will believe that a Kumite actually freaking happened. A kid will buy into the fact they saw Jackie Chan do whatever in the movie and hears that he does his own stunts and thinks that he's actually beating up everybody in the movie. You know what I mean? So yeah, there is this suspension of disbelief. The 80s had this weird reason for you to believe that some of the dumb shit you saw people really believe you can go back to the future with the flux capacitor. That's all we need to make.
I mean, but past that, like one of the major things I think all of us that watch wrestling saw, and I saw this live. I don't think you saw it. It was in WCW. It was like I think 2001. I think Sid was wrestling. It was either Disco Inferno or Alex Wright. I forgot who the fuck he was wrestling, but he was coming down off the top rope and he landed and his leg went L shape. Now you're watching it live. They cut to commercial immediately. When they do the replays, especially on the network, they just blacked it out. And yeah, it was
be a while until you got to see it and just see a leg. I watched it once, so I'm good.
He had to retire. He got the little steel pole in his leg, and stuff. And I think he came back to WWE as like the veteran and stuff. He'll pop up at like Royal Rumble and stuff and things like that. Anniversaries and stuff. He'll pop back in and stuff. Did not know. He died of cancer. I didn't know he had cancer. Did not know that. So,
does it say what kind?
I think it was.
I don't think they would say what kind it is anyway.
Yeah.
But that being said, Sid did get to pass away rather peacefully. I say rather peacefully because death is death. I don't know how scary. We all know death is scary as shit, but I think, but he got to pass away very peacefully. A lot of wrestlers die on the road. A whole lot of them, and you've heard like, well, he's old. Yeah. There's old wrestlers that will die on the road, even when they're not wrestling, going to some wrestling convention or somewhere where they're hundreds of thousands of miles away from their house. He got to be around his grandkids, and by what I have seen of Sid, what I've heard of Sid the last 5 years, he was in relative peace.
Oh yeah, I mean, we're talking about a guy who. I don't feel he regrets anything from his career. He had an actually pretty good career, all things considering. I mean, this is a guy that
you got to be WWF champion,
WCW champion. Like you hit both companies. You hit both companies during the Monday Night Wars, and
you got to have a very underrated. I didn't notice how loud the pop was when I went back to see the footage last night. When he was on ECW, when he showed up on ECW.
Oh yeah.
Oh goodness, man, he showed up on there just as Sid, nothing else. But I always laughed at that because Sid was also the first person that it made me realize that in wrestling you're going to have different names because I didn't watch WCW, but I knew who Sid Vicious was. So I'm watching WWF Superstars, and here comes Psycho Sid. That's Sid Vicious. That doesn't make any sense. That confused me. That confused me so much as a kid. But he was probably the first one. God, he had to be probably the first wrestler that did it to me. Because after that was Steve Nash. You know, the first time I heard I said Steve Nash, but you know the first time I ever heard Kevin Nash's name and people kept saying Kevin Nash, I didn't know what they were talking about until I saw. I was like, that was Diesel. No, his name is Kevin Nash. Well, I know him as Diesel. It broke my heart. It broke my heart calling Scott Hall because he was Razor to me.
Razor Ramon. I mean, I think once they both went into WCW, it really broke it open.
Yeah, but Sid Vicious, like I remember also him being him. He might be the first time I knew what the term luggage was, thanks to Shawn Michaels. I always thought it was just he's a big fat piece of luggage, and I thought it was just he's just hard to do any moves in the ring. Oh, you got to carry him. No, so when I learned more about wrestling, you got to carry him. It's messed up. It's messed up. I don't know. By what I heard, Sid was a guy you had to carry, but it was like, put him in that position, he's going to make you look good.
Oh, of
like
course.
Sean saying that. Like, Sean, what you talking about? Man, that time he powerbombed you, I thought he killed you, bro.
I mean,
so he was the first time Sid was the first person that always got me. Sid, Psycho Sid, Sid Justice.
Sid Justice.
Who was that? Was that WWF? That sounded like some WWF.
I think it was WWF, man. Sid Justice, which I'm like, nobody knows him as Sid Justice. Like, the hell out of here.
Nobody knows Sid Justice. That's how you can tell. That's one of those slight things you can tell how. You ever hear something where somebody mentioned this, you be like, nigga, how old are you? That would be mine for that. Yeah, man, I saw Sid Justice. Sid Justice?
See,
how old are you? That would have been
I was a Psycho Sid kid. It was Psycho Sid and then Sid Vicious. So
Psycho Sid, when he I remember that when he had to face Shawn Michaels in the Astrodome, that was one of the hype. I remember that being the hype. He was like, I'm gonna break you, your family. He's like, your mom's gonna be right there, and over there, Jose is gonna be right there, but he's not gonna be there to help you. And then you invited all your friends over here. I was like, he was just pointing to different sections of the stadium saying they're gonna watch as I beat the shit out your head. And I will never forget it. And it was so funny. I saw the promo. I was like, I remember this. And like, wasn't there some weird black chick beside Shawn Michaels? When he cut back to Shawn Michaels, where it's like a little thing where they were just showing a preview of him waving around his friends. There was this one black girl beside her, had this blonde wig. She looked like Jada Pinkett from Woo, but it was blonde. It was like, who was that black chick that was that was one of those things like, hey, Sean,
what was that black girl?
Was that really your friend? Was that somebody that worked at WWF at the time? Like, who was that black chick that was just there amongst these whites? Like
what was that black girl?
Was it 95? They had to be like 95, 95, maybe 94. Yeah. Like, who was that black chick? Anyway.
So
R.I.P. Sid, man.
Yeah, R.I.P. man. That took me off guard because when I saw that, I was like, oh shit, like damn.
And I legit told you when we was on our break, when we was trying to do this, I'm like, I'm dead serious. Every time we do a show, we started it off with saying something stupid, yelling, being intense. We're doing something with Sid because you know why? Because I didn't do it with Dusty, and I didn't do it with my favorite wrestler, Macho Man.
Yes.
You can do it for Macho Man forever, but everybody does Macho Man. You know what people don't do? Sid fucking vicious.
Goldberg, where are you?
Goldberg. I need to get that one. Like I said, I gotta find that clip. It was like
it was on Thunder. It was on Thunder.
It was on Thunder. I know that for a fact because I remember they cut to him like it was between segments. He's like, yes, Goldberg, tonight. So that's all I remember. I gotta find that because it was so like, Sid, he's gonna whoop your ass at the end of this. You know that, right?
So the Olympics happened a few weeks ago, and
I was offended. Let's start from the very beginning. I was offended when all those people mock the Last Supper. Oh God, I gotta be real with you, Chris. You in Paris? It's gonna be some gay shit. It's gonna be some gay shit.
It is what it is. I mean,
it's gonna be. Look. If this took place in the middle of Missouri, I'll be wondering when the Mormons will go to show up.
Thank you.
Okay? So same game is game, bro. It's all good. Yeah, but the thing that got me about it was not just that, Chris. Did you hear any of the hype up of them? Not hype up. Well, it will say them preparing the city. Did you hear about people purposely spitting and peeing in the river and doing stuff like that?
So here's what happened. So here's what happened. So obviously, Paris, France is infamous for their waterways. Italy too. Their waterways are very polluted. I would say worse than the Potomac River and Anacostia River. Even.
Yeah, actually, I think it is because
way worse.
There's a difference. You know why? That's old country, nigga. So at least we can say, hey man, only about 100 years, like only about 50, 60 years tops of real nasty pollution you're gonna get in here.
Anacostia and Potomac got fucking dead bodies in it too. So that says
hold on. I'm sorry. Paris. Yes, there ain't nothing but skeletons under there.
So
all those dead people during the revolution, y'all just swept that right to the river.
The Parisian government spent a lot of money to clean up the river, and they did a really good job. They actually cleaned it very well. There was no disease or anything. And like Dee said, people were being stupid and peeing in the water afterwards. And apparently during one of the events, it got so dirty that the athletes actually got sick after one of the events. After swimming in it.
You don't fucking say.
Thank you. Salmonella and all that shit was in the water. Just
wow. It's almost
it was after one of the triathlons, I believe. Yeah, it was one of the triathlons. And I'm like,
it had to be like dog. It's like almost like they told you not to swim your ass in that monkey water that they got out there in Paris. Dog.
Now you got COVID times 100 and shit.
Look at you walking around. Got classic emphysema. How did you get gout? Hell, you get gout.
Somehow got gout.
Man, I just swam in that water, man.
Saw some of that water. It's like,
blown AIDS. Like, what? How is that possible?
I swear to you, if we find out somebody got AIDS after swallowing some water, I'm like, God damn. Like,
man, this day was coming. I told you, it'd be that one person. I told you the government was doing it to us. I told y'all. But
so you had that happen. Let's start off with basketball. So obviously, I think we talked at length. A lot of people looked at the Team USA basketball list and was like, I don't know, man. This team doesn't look like they got it together. And you got Steve Kerr, you got Tyronn Lue, you got Miami Heat's coach. Spoelstra is like part of the coaching staff.
The shit that gets me, you have fucking Coach Few there. Coach Few was on the squad.
Could have had Spoelstra coaching team, but you got Kerr.
You would have been good with anybody, but you got Kerr.
Steve
Kerr.
Look.
It's so. I don't have a love-hate with Steve Kerr until he's out the NBA, apparently, huh?
So Kerr is a coach in the Olympics. It really boils down to this. Kerr, if you didn't have the talent that you had on this team, you would have fucking lost.
It's one thing to look.
You got LeBron, Steph, and KD. That's a cheat code in it.
You don't need to do nothing else anyway. You really don't need to do nothing else anyway.
And then you got Tatum. You got fucking like.
But that's the fun part. Actually, it wasn't Tatum.
Actually, the story of it was Tatum wasn't really playing as much, and everybody on social media was like, "Kerr fucking sucks. He ain't playing Jason Tatum."
And Jason Tatum was down like, man, I think there's something going on. Like, look, apparently, and this is what I caught this off of Gil's show, and I caught this off of Teague's show too. Is that apparently there's something up with the NBA and Jason Tatum and how they feel, how they want to put him out as a star and all the rest of that shit. Because because you know as well as I do, when the NBA want to make you the star of the league, they're going to make you the star of the league.
Mm-hmm.
Jason, who's American, who is I'm just going to put it out there, it's a plus, believe it or not, light-skinned, extremely talented for his age and all the rest of that. You would think he would be the cover boy right now, but he's not. And it's
somebody also said it too.
Weird.
It was like as good as Jason Tatum should have been playing because it would spread out the floor a little bit better and they would have had a better time with certain teams because they kind of struggled against Serbia.
They struggled against Serbia. Serbia was the only one they struggled with.
I'll say France to a degree.
Even in the lead up. France a little bit.
Yeah.
France a little bit. I will give I'm not going to take nothing off of France because I think France is going to be I don't have them beating America the next Olympics, but they're going to be
Wemby can shoot
threat.
threes apparently, which I didn't know Wemby can shoot threes, and I'm like, how?
You didn't see Wemby shooting those threes, looking all weird.
It was a weird three, but it was going in. I'm like, shit.
It's always weird when you see a tall person extending for a 3-point shot. Yeah,
see this is why I'm looking at him like, nigga, you are 7 foot. If you don't get your ass underneath that goddamn court and dunk, what the fuck are you doing?
Hey, see, I told you. That's what that was. That was hate. Because not only, but actually you can't say that. You can't say that because I was going to go there. The other person that was very important to this was the other two light-skinned Bamas on
Devin
the other
Booker.
end. And that was Devin Booker and AD. AD, like I said, AD is he's a
Booker,
unicorn, but he's what we always say, he's a broken unicorn because he hurt a lot.
Booker to me is what Tatum can be, and that's versatile. I think Booker is more versatile than Tatum. That's not to say Tatum is terrible. No, it's just if you need Tatum Booker to do certain things, if you need Booker to do certain things, he'll do it because he can just plug him in and he'll do it, no problem. You can't do that with Tatum, but he can get to that point. He's still important. It's just
the problem I have with Booker is I think he's I think it's like it's really coaching and positioning for what they're going to do with him and all the rest of that. Because you see in the Phoenix that he's having a tough time trying to figure out what he's going to be. Now they brought in another point guard. It's like, I'm sorry, who's playing what position at this point? So wait a minute, is Booker going to play the 2? Yeah, he's going to play the 2 now. Okay, is he? So wait a minute, where's Bradley Beal going to be at? So there's a whole big deal going on with that. But Drew Holiday played excellent. I like how Bam did his thing. I like how the two people that put the smallest effort into the whole thing was the two light-skinned people in the middle, Tatum and Mike White. I love
Derek White is happy to be there. Derek White is happy to be there.
Yes. Derek White was the dude. If they would have got silver, everybody would have been mad. Here's Derek. Like, yay! Halliburton, on the other hand, oh my God.
I love him.
I love how he said off the break. He said on the break, I didn't do that much. I didn't do that much in this show.
I was the guy that got the A in the group project, and I didn't do shit. So that's it. But nah, so riddle me this. Why is Steph Curry a cheat code?
Oh, because he just throws balls in the air, they fall right in.
I swear to God, like if I was the coach of France, I might as well just go in and just quit. When he sat there and was triple team and lobbed it up and it went in, I was like, just go home, France. Just go home. Go home, France. You're done. You're done. Steph drained that shit, and I was like,
no. What got me was it was a situation where you had 3 people in front of him and he still scored.
Yeah, that part. And I'm just sitting there like, bro, he was triple team and he just threw it in. And I'm like, how did he do this?
I like it even more because, like I said, he had 3 hands in his face. and you had LeBron and you had
Wide
KD on
open.
the other side, wide open.
He just said, "Yay, let's go." Oh, it was the previous game
And
with
just
Anthony
yeeted
Edwards.
yeah.
Did you see that picture I put in the group where it was Anthony Edwards dunking, and you see the coach of the other team like,
yeah, yeah. Like when they got to really stun on the other team, they really did. Maddie, get your ass up and get another room. Sorry, my son over here all crashing out for no reason.
"Nah," but like that, the Serbia game was great. Which I gotta be honest with you, that kind of solidified like how good Joker is. Like that dude is just too fucking good.
Yeah, it was, but the only problem with it was just him. But I will give Bogdanovich this.
Oh, Bogdanovich is still pretty good too. I ain't gonna lie.
I will give him this because here's the thing: he is painfully a 77 with D, but he
I
was
was gonna say 80 at least. Like,
no,
about 80.
look, if you want to give him that, but no, I will give him that. He's like I said, he's always like a solid 77. He came out there draining. Just I was like, all right. He put the 3 up. I was like, okay, all right, white boy, stop. I
ain't gonna lie. Hey, my butt was clenching for a moment. Like, shit, I guess Team USA gonna get silver this year.
Okay, they didn't mess up. Like, yeah, everybody's overdoing that. They didn't mess up when he put up the 3, but he should have never fucking done it.
Hey, look. Hey, look, what's his face coach on the sidelines and shit when he's like, hey, move.
Joker tried his best, man. Like I said, it wasn't just him by himself, man. They both tried, but
he ain't lying. KD is the third or fourth option, bruh.
That is the messed up part. KD was the third option.
Hey, but D.
Hold on. Still broke the record for the most points.
You want to know why? Because the nigga got a haircut and brushed his hair.
Got a haircut, brushed his hair. Stop. Go home.
Howard.
I'm sorry. I'm tired of you. Those ain't the power of nothing. Yo, Joel Embiid had a shitty game and still scooted. Joel didn't
He
play
took them
well
boos. He went WWE the whole Olympics. Like, yeah, your boos mean nothing. I'm the heel. Let's go.
It felt like Joel didn't need to be there.
He put up a strong 10 points.
He struggled every game to score. It was like, all right, at the end of all that shit.
You put up 12 points. What are you doing?
I'm going to Disney World ass nigga, man. Happy as hell.
I ain't gonna lie though, when they got the medals at the end, I was like, all right, he happy he didn't go to France to play. He's like, all right, cool. We got the medal, we got the gold.
Yeah.
The ladies, on the other hand, they were
alive.
I would say France was the only team that gave them was giving them work to a point.
Shout out to the Nigerian women who actually was everything they did was making noise because just because of their first time, not only like I think advancing, but also like they threatened for a medal and everything. I mean, when they got actually did get a medal, did they? They get the bronze, did they?
Bronze, I think. I think they were in the bronze game and lost.
Was they in the bronze game? Let me see real quick. Nigerian women. But yeah, they were the bigger story.
Yeah, shout out to the USA women's rugby for getting third place. And that was great. That was
I seen and every year we get to say, hold on, did you actually see the rugby game?
I saw the USA when they got the third place game, the bronze game.
I don't look. It was like this.
All I know is Samoa's. They fucking dominated that fucking the ladies. Samoan ladies dominated the fucking women's rugby.
No, you got it wrong. That was the women of New Zealand, sir.
New Zealand.
Yeah, the New Zealand ladies.
New Zealand ladies. They murdered everybody. Which, as to your point, haka only works in rugby.
Yeah, the haka. Because I was watching it, I saw like I tripped over it just like because all the stuff that was coming out of the Olympics. So they was all all that crap. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I was like, that shit only works in rugby.
Don't work in basketball.
It don't work in any other sport. And I can have this feeling like I got because especially people who are brown, we have this idea. I'm gonna say people who are brown. I don't know who that intimidates more, but people like, I think it is white people because I say that because you remember when Jason Momoa was doing that shit and motherfucking at least Monet was like, "What you doing for these? What you doing for these crackers? You need to stop. Don't be doing that. Don't be doing that tribal shit for them."
Here's how you know the power don't work on any other race. Remember when they did that shit to Team USA men's basketball? And you see all of them looking in, all of them looking. Jason Harden had to face like
James Harden had to
James Harden.
Just
all
right,
cool,
like okay.
That looked kind of dope. Points.
I like, you know, it was bad. I knew it was bad because Clay had no emotion on his face. Like, you know, it's bad when a light skinned nigga is unmoved by your aggression. That ain't a good thing.
Opposite side though, you got fucking what's his face laughing his ass off and shit. Goofy nigga from Golden State, black dude.
No, Draymond.
Draymond was doing that fucking laughing, but not really laugh face that he has and shit, where he was just busting out laughing like he was clowning the fuck.
Yeah, they didn't win it. They got close. Yeah, I don't know why my phone was working slow just now, but yeah, they barely they didn't make it.
Old girl from France actually is on one of the WNBA teams now.
A lot of the but that was a big deal because I don't want to say a big deal for the girls, I mean, at least for the women, as far
high
as
rating too. All them games were like high rated for the Olympics, like in history, pretty much.
Yeah, well, good for them, man. They kind of like, they just kind of need it. Not that they needed this shit, but
what's her face?
Women's basketball is getting more and more popular anyway, man. So
what's her face that was in Russia? They got out of jail. She was
Brittany Griner. Yeah,
she was. I feel her on that, man. She was emotional. Like, yo, this is a big deal. Like, I don't.
My girl said, "Yeah, I'm about to be a father." Here's me. Chill out, girl. You still got the jammy. Go ahead, all that. Easy. I respect the alphabet community. Easy.
Speaking of which, real quick, WNBA, they got a huge television deal.
With who?
What was it? I think it was like NBC and a couple others, but it's actually a big deal. Like, it means more money for the WNBA, which is good.
Yeah. See, like what everybody was, we was all saying about Caitlin Clark anyway. They needed a star to really
11-year media rights deal with Disney is valued at $2.2 billion, $200 million per year.
Okay, let's see what you do with it, ESPN. Let's see what you do with it. Making a bland product like the NBA? Exactly.
So the first two, so basically Disney will distribute the two first round playoff series per year with NBC and Prime Video, which, yes, folks, sports is going to be on Amazon Prime Video. I
just
fucking
gonna have to deal with it. We're getting WWE on Netflix, y'all. So look,
I'm mad that Inside the NBA is fucking done. I'm really mad about that a little bit because
I knew that was going to happen.
I
thought they was going to take that to Amazon.
That's the rumor. If it does, cool. I hope it does because I think Inside the NBA is better than all these other fucking NBA
I think
halftime
really
shows.
It's like this. It's a good chance for the NBA to kind of reset itself what it wants to be media wise, at least a little bit, because you still got ESPN there. They still got that sign. You're still gonna have to deal with it. Everybody saw TNT as the second one was as the better one anyway, because they had the better analysts and all the rest of that. And
NBC is like second behind it.
They melted down too, but it's not telling basketball as much as it wants to be. They have a chance to do that, but I don't know if they're gonna do this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, actually show us basketball. Don't tell us storyline, nigga. You know what I mean? All the rest of that. Don't try to melt it down to just something regular and shit too. Anyway,
but anyways, back to the Olympics. Simone Biles. Oh yeah, this guy.
This brother. This is Mihan Lopez Nunez. This Negro broke a full-on record. Yeah, Negro. This Cuban broke the record. 5-time gold medalist and 5-time gold medalist, 5-time gold in the Pan American Games too. He retired in France. It was a beautiful little moment. Put his shoes in the middle of the ring. Brother is huge, man. He is 6'5", 290 pounds, bro. Oh God, just a big
Speaking of which, D. So
that was cool.
So Simone Biles just automatically confirming her Bat family heritage.
She don't know what you're talking about, but I tell you this: have you ever seen her and Dick Grayson in the same room?
I haven't.
Exactly.
This chick out here doing triple backflips in the air and making that shit look easy. Okay. I'm like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here?
It had to be day 2 of the Olympics, but day 1 of the gymnastics. And they had all the girls up there. I noticed that one of the girls, light-skinned girl with a big old afro that everybody liked because they like her booty. She wasn't there because I forgot what happened to her. She wasn't good enough. I think she got hurt actually. But she wasn't there. They had the Chinese girl there, and you had the one white girl. I forgot her name. But Simone had a good team with her. It was a good, decent team.
Oh, it was a pretty strong team. Very strong team.
The thing that made me laugh was I was like, Simone, you don't need to be there. Let me make this very clear. This is not no y'all hating on a black woman. No, I love this little pixie. I love her. But the problem is this. Bitch, you are overpowered.
It's like Steph Curry in gymnastics. It's like, what are we doing here?
The funniest things ever. She messed up doing a little floor performance. Yeah. She flipped and she messed up the first time. When she did, she like kind of was like trying to see how her ankle feel. And when she landed on it, she did a little and the look on her face like, all right, got to put it in overdrive. And then she just did the triple, like, get out of here. You're hurt. You're still hurt.
And then the Olympics did the dickhead thing because, white girl from the, I forgot what country it was, that cried because, she thought that she should have got third place. And the Olympic Committee capitulated to her.
She wanted to replace back because it was cheating, forgetting that America, we may suck at a lot of things, but in legalese, you cannot. We are almost undefeated. You damn right they're taking that shit to the court. She ain't giving that medal up.
America went full Susan.
That decision until the very, very end of it, where everybody was already giving out the medals.
It was already like 3 days. It was literally like 3 days later. They were like, yeah, you have to give it back. I'm like, get the fuck out of my face with that shit.
I like how my girl's like, D's nuts. Like, you, like, they ain't about to happen.
Speaking of which, on the other side of it, we had a white woman cop that got punched in the face and said, nope. And then said, oh, this lady over here is trans. And I'm like,
the funniest story ever. And I say this is the funniest story ever for one main reason. Because I was like, I got excited for 2 seconds. Because you know me, we're finally going to have it out.
Have that conversation.
We're finally going to have the conversation. I already told you I'm against it, but I want to see something done so we can all make it work.
Mm-hmm.
Because I will be honest, I don't know the full science of it, but the science I do know of is this. If you spent your adolescence as a boy, you do not need to be punching women in any professional sport.
The crazy part about
basketball, every other sport, I can say, let it go. Track and field is actually a tricky one too. But every other sport, I'm like, cool with. But when it comes to combat sports, if you was a dude at one point in your life and you get into the octagon as a woman going against another woman, I'm sorry, dog. You had uncut testosterone pumping through your veins. You got an uppercut she ain't ready for. And I just don't want to see that happen. But that being said, though, I also want to see action on it. When can we actually have, God, I hate saying this like this. What do you call it when Xbox people can play with PlayStation people? Crossplay. Yeah, I want to know how we can have crossplay. Shut the fuck up, Chris. I want to know how can we have crossplay.
All I'm saying is this.
So I'm ready for the conversation.
Iman Khalif. Now, because I had watched the Tokyo Olympics, right? When they accused her of being trans, my first thing was like, she's not trans, guys. She was in the Tokyo Olympics. So if she's trans now, that means that the Tokyo Olympics they fucked up. If that's the case, which it isn't the case,
and
so,
that's where I was. That's where I got. Oh, one got through the testing. This is like, this is what Alex Jones feared the most. What are we going to do?
But then but then even in Tokyo Olympics, if you look back, if you read, there was articles even back then. If you find out that she has she builds up more testosterone in her body compared to most girls. That's like a 1%.
Exactly. Like I told
1% of women in the world that can actually build up testosterone in their bodies like that. I mean, I think you brought it up. We were talking about like how your aunt had like a mustache and shit.
Like you got an aunt that got a mustache. That means one day was pumping too hard.
Yeah, that's all. So it happened. So it's like, but it was weird. But it was weird seeing major media outlets like seeing Pat McAfee like twist and turn with them. Like, Pat, stop.
That was weird. To me. You think somebody in legal would have had to come to you, especially like I know that ESPN want him to be loose as all I don't know what.
That's
but at the same time, they're like, "Yo, Pat, shut up." I know that's what they were like, man.
Yeah, I mean, and it's funny because she's actually filed a lawsuit against everyone that was slandering her. So, I mean, that's J.K. Rowling. That's by ESPN. That's probably a lot of people.
All the people on the right wing. Now, here's the thing that get me though. For me, what got me was I'm thinking like, well, how did she slip through the crack? And before I even got to the next thing, I remember I text all our group our group. All of that went on, and before you even text me back, Chris, I was like, wait a minute, ain't you from Algeria?
Algeria does not like trans folks at all.
In the world, ain't no way in all of now. This is don't take offense. All of Muslimdom, you come from Algeria? No way they let you in that
I'm
job.
laughing that Becky from that other country got jabbed by Khalif in the face and was like, nope. And I'm like,
I saw the punch. It wasn't even a hard punch.
She just said, "Bop, I'm done." I'm like, God damn! Like, yo, like,
what got me? She implemented one of the things that usually has a high kill rate: white woman tears.
Not this time.
Usually that works. My girl got punched one good time.
Well, you know what negated it though? When we found out she was a cop, so it's like, fuck her.
That was even better.
It's like, you a cop?
How would you like she was called, and I liked how she said, I'm not anti-trans. Like, I'm not anti-trans. Yes, you are. The way you say you're not anti-trans. That's like a white person saying, I'm not racist, but everything you do is to make sure black people don't get it. Like, well,
I have one black friend.
I never said the N-word.
I have one black friend. His name is Charlie.
I talk to black people every day. I love that one. Like, dude, like women that work at CVS.
I listen to Wu-Tang.
Like, I talk to black people. They're your customers. Of course, you have to.
You have to. It's not the same.
Like when I was a kid, I'd listen. Like you said, I listened to Wu-Tang as a kid. I had a DMX album. I think I
Get at me, dog. Arf arf.
Arf arf. It's always Get At Me, dog. I don't know why white people choose that.
It's the most aggressive ass song ever. Y'all Get At Me, dog. Really?
Because they know they can't say Party Up. So they got to think of
they gentrify Party Up. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. They can't say Party Up. So they got to use another. They got to use another song. And the other song is always Get At Me, dog. Never, that's a Rough Riders roll. And they know they can't say X go to give it to you because they also pop that out too.
Here's the thing. You pick Get At Me, dog, which is even more fucking egregious as fuck with the lyrics. And it's like, really? Get At Me, dog? Really? Like,
you pick Get At Me, dog. But yo, I just like, but for real, what it really sparked off was a lot of people. Well, at least the most upsetting part for me was this, that my end from the beginning of this was not fulfilled. that we can actually have this conversation and move it forward a little bit. Like maybe we should, or no, scientifically, we probably shouldn't do that. It's not the right thing in the world. Maybe we should just say the thing, it falls to the discretion of the leagues, whatever it may be, and all the rest of that. And here's the thing: if you believe that women shouldn't be fighting with trans women, stand 10 toes on it.
Have the conversation. I mean,
exactly.
Because that's
the reason why we're in this little loop of not knowing because we're scared to say stuff. Just have the conversation.
Thank you. And there is a legit conversation to be had about like that whole thing. It's just the problem is nobody wants to sit there and take a step back and on both sides and just like, yo, ditch whatever viewpoint that you have on your side and just let's have a conversation about this and legitimacies of this thing being like happen. And
they should, and we really need that, man. And we really need it. Just and not just for the sake of it. It's like not just for the trans sakes, not just for the gays, not just for them, but for all of America. Damn it. We need to finally have this thing out. Why? So we can get mad at it for 2 years and then let it go after. So that's what I'm like. I'm ready to let this shit go. But anyway.
Speaking of being mad, Carl Lewis, Olympic runner Carl Lewis, he's been expressing how shitty the men's side of track and field is, especially on the 4x100. Because did you see the 4x100 men's where they flubbed the fucking baton pass?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he was pissed because he was like, how the fuck what is going on here? Who's doing the training? Y'all need to take a step back and get some soul searching going on. I'm like, yo, he is fed the fuck up.
I didn't know that it was that bad.
Man. Oh, Carl Lewis was pissed.
I didn't look.
He was tweeting about it. He was like, "Yo, this is unacceptable."
This year, when it came to the to track and field, for me it was more on who's going to like, are we going to see like Sha'Carri finally do it? All the rest of that. We had our questions, and she finally did. And I told you, D will proudly eat crow. Nigga, when she crossed that line, I knew she got a silver. But when she what?
Well, hold on. I'll let you continue.
But when homegirl Ferrari crossed that line, I was like, you did it. You did it. And not the little grumpy, like, oh man, I finally got a fan of me. It was more of she
put her head down. She put her head down and trained her ass off to get to the Olympics. And look, that moment that everybody shows of her running and looking back at old girl, and I'm like, yo, that's some fucking styling ass shit right there. Just like,
dog. The guy to get me was homegirl for St. Lucia. Who's a
man? That chick is
golly, man, that cheetah, man. You gotta shoot her, man. She can't be
coming
around.
I have to put this out here. Black women, just black women. That's a statement here.
Black women.
It's a lot of fine ass black athletes. That's what black women athletes out here. Like this is insanity. Insanity.
It's like FloJo did the right thing by wearing her makeup and her nails and all the rest of that.
And the half pants and the
half pants and all that. Like FloJo made it look good for black women. So years after her death, decades after her death, she did not see how all these pretty little black girls went out there with their hair did for track meet.
I mean, look, all around the world.
Black woman thing ever. Some of those girls got their hair done 2 days earlier, knowing they're going to sweat it out. Still without it.
They don't give a shit. It's like, hey, look, it hit social media. Like, look, these women knew what they were doing because they knew us men were going to be like, oh shit, who the fuck? What country is she from? Oh, Jamaica.
I liked it because Sha'Carri took out her braids and she just had an afro. They made it as the oldest. Now that was a big thing. I was thinking to myself, okay, it's United States versus the Jamaicans, us versus the Jamaicans. I always forget that the U.S. you gotta say U.S. so you can say us. Us. The Jamaicans. And what happened? The Jamaicans all didn't make it to the finals. I was like, oh, thank you, Jesus.
Look.
I thought they was about to murder America this year.
Look, Sha'Carri was taking revenge out on the Jamaicans this year.
Oh yeah. She was, man. I was shocked when none of the girls that made it through in Tokyo in the year prior. I
Yeah.
was shocked that none of them made. Only one Jamaican made. I forgot which one it was, but it
But
wasn't
the
one
4x100 was the 4x100 was where the like U.S. women was really like throwing their dick on the table,
Scorched.
just
scorched them. And
I mean, because you
course-
remember that one girl? That one girl, D, she had the distance. I think you might have saw it. She had a distance of like maybe a half-mile distance on everybody during that race, and I'm like,
yeah,
Jesus
it was like,
Christ,
because they were so ahead. By the time they gave it over to Gabby was already gone anyway.
It's like,
But by the time they got there, it was like it don't make no sense how they cooked all them girls like that, man.
now on the other side of it, Noah Lyles, Northern Virginia's own Noah Lyles.
Noah, I love you.
Now Noah,
Shut up.
Noah. Never in my life have I seen a guy go from beloved to heel in a 24-hour notice. He won gold, and everybody's like, "Yeah, man, Noah, he's the man." Next day, he runs, gets third place. This nigga had COVID and ran.
And ran.
Bear in mind,
Hey,
this nigga had
still
COVID the night. Actually, no, it was 2 days later. He knew he had COVID the night before when he went partying and didn't say shit.
That sounds like a yeah. Now blame that on him being a weirdo introvert, like y'all always do. Like, oh man, no, he's an introvert. You're gonna understand. See, he ain't got social skills. Don't do that.
Don't do that. That's not an excuse
Stop
not to
doing that.
tell anybody
Stop
about
doing
that
it.
shit.
Like. See, I told this to somebody else. When somebody said it to me, I was like, look. That's like me looking at that one ashy nigga at BlurCon going, hey man, you know this is man. He all right. like no, you can't let ashy behavior go with somebody you like. Yeah, you can't do that.
And here's the thing: when Noah got gold, the controversy with Noah was basically him talking about how NBA champions aren't world champions and all that stuff, right? So when he won gold, a majority of everybody was like, well, you know what? Respect Noah. You know what? I'll shut up and not say anything, right? So it's like, all right, cool. He shut everybody up. When he got bronze and had COVID, the shit talking would commence right back.
And I like how it was really weird. It was two sides of a weird situation. Number one, Noah also learned that he needed to get a new PR person because then the news came out about him and Anthony Edwards, how Anthony Edwards inviting him to a party.
What the fuck am I going to go to Anthony Edwards?
I was like this. Why did that get out to the public? Number one.
Thank you.
But also, like, Noah, shut up. You're not the celebrity you think you are. You're not Usain Bolt yet. That's actually the biggest problem I have with Noah at this point in his career. I know what I see. We all see it in you, but you are not Usain Bolt. Okay? You have shown us enough of your charisma to let us know, you're not like Usain where we can give him Nike contracts. He does a little thing like that. No. It's kind of funny. It's understated in every sport, especially when you want to get more money, endorsement deals, and all of that. You need charisma for it. And yeah, every now and then you're going to get somebody that's flat as a board like Tim Duncan that's going to be there.
I love Tim Duncan.
Aaron, Chris, thank you. They're like, it's still fucking Tim Duncan though. Yeah. He's plank off of Ed and Nettie. He ain't got that much, but I'm
defending Tim Duncan.
You can go off that though.
See, I'm defending Tim Duncan, and I say he was in Sprite commercials, but then I had to remember, hold on. Who else was in the commercial with him? Oh, never mind. It wasn't Tim Duncan by himself.
It wasn't Tim by himself. I was going to tell you that. And Sprite is like getting a Coca-Cola deal and be like, come on, man. They just picked 4 players.
That's why I was like, Tim Duncan never did it by himself. He needed like 3 other people to have more charisma.
You ever see I don't know, like a post, the Serial Post, when they get like athletes and they can't show what teams they are. They just be wearing like just generic jerseys. It ain't that bad. Okay. It ain't that bad. But actually, Noah, here's your goal for right now. You know what your goal should be? Wheaties. And that's not me being funny.
No, that's
Wheaties
a legit still currency.
That's the Wheaties.
Wheaties is still currency to this day, which to me also, I'm like,
it's insane.
No, but here's the thing, D. People still eat Wheaties. Oh, you eat Wheaties? Is it any good still?
It's good for the heart.
See, I
It's
eat
good for the heart.
Cheerios. See, I eat Cheerios.
See,
Cheerios.
shit, that is like that's the trick. For me,
Regular Cheerios,
personally,
not Honey Nut
for me
Cheerios.
personally, Raisin Bran. Yeah, white people.
Raisin
food,
Bran's
I
pretty
know.
good. You know,
I
makes
hate
it regular.
I hate raisins myself, but hey, whatever.
This
Gonna
just
keep
turned
it-
into the
whatever-
AARP
whatever's,
podcast
look, whatever's
now. All
gonna
of a sudden.
keep this moving, nigga.
This turned into the AARP podcast. Like, yeah, I eat Raisin Bran and
But you know what's really good? I actually got the Upside app, and I saved $4 on. Like I always hate that. Like you save $4 in the long run is going. It's like stop. It's like stop it.
10 years from now, D, we're gonna be doing that. You know that, right?
I swear, rock bottom, God, you know rock bottom because it's still gonna last because they're predatory and they're gonna last that long. You know it's gonna be one day. This YouTube video is sponsored by Colonial Penn. God damn. Ah, God.
But nah, but no, I'll say this.
Noah
getting
needs
third.
to get. He
No
needs
one
to get
getting
a
third
P,
with
I guess.
COVID. I was like, well, first off, that's admirable, but also
Bravo.
you about ready to die on the ground. Like
I like how
Jesus.
Noah got the goal because he literally Lightning McQueen that shit where he put all of his chest out. It's like, yo. So I like Noah. Like I said, Noah, he needs to be happy. What he needs to be happy that he actually showed himself as a star. He's not going to get no sneaker.
No.
I mean, look,
like
let's
track
be
stars, like because
ain't
Usain
nobody
Bolt,
buying that shit.
Usain Bolt shoes, was it track shoes or was it like running shoes?
They had to be like running shoes, but even then
But
they were
still
like
marketable.
even then I think those. I don't want to say they were generic Nikes. They were actually his, I think. But I don't know. I don't call me on that, man. I don't think he had his own shoe. If he did, I think it's more of what I heard. And Gilbert Arenas made a good point about this. Can you sell apparel? You can sell the shit out of some apparel. You ain't getting your own shoe, but you can sell some apparel, and that's what I'm thinking you should, dog. Do Nike, Adidas, whoever you with. Hey man, put me in a new jacket. Put me in this. Hey man, I want to do that. Hey, I like this. Yada, yada, yada. I'm a gold medalist. They're gonna give it to you. So whatever. I think, but I'm glad that Noah actually got like much like Sha'Carri. I think Sha'Carri for me was more of the victory for me seeing her win, and I like I said, I fucking loved it, man. I loved it when she won it, man. I'm like I said, I always told you, even though I was against her. I was for her ass sitting down the last time, despite being.
Oh, we'll get to that later. We'll get to that later. You didn't miss anything.
Despite being a weed smoker myself, I was like, no, sit down.
Oh, the memes of being on Twitter is the shooting that was at the Olympics and stuff, and how people were talking about like. So let me get this right. In marksmanship, the U.S. couldn't get this, but this man from Turkey, who by the way, he's former military, so that's why he was able to, that's years of practicing. But it didn't look like he just
fucking ocelot over here. Nigga.
My man, no, he really does like he just came off work, put on a turkey shirt, and just said, "All right, time to shoot."
Oh my god, man. He put on that. You know, there's still a t-shirt underneath that. You know, he still got a regular t-shirt underneath that.
Hey, look, man, I love how.
What you mean missing on that is a mustard stain, bro?
He had a hot dog before he got on there. Like, oh shit, I'm up.
Shit.
Hey, look, man, I love the somebody made like an anime poster of him and all the other people.
The
stuff. I loved it, man.
I will say this year, like it's fun because every year everybody sees a certain event that everybody kind of gravitates toward. That's the Olympics always had that. I'm glad that this year was shooting because now I know next year is going to be insane because
apparently
I didn't know that they had all those apparatuses that they needed to shoot. Yeah,
I didn't know they had two different versions. So you had that, and then you had the traditional shot put, that one, and that's where the U.S. was in, and they were winning. But somebody was like, so the U.S. needs an actual like shotgun in order to win, and not a pistol. Gotcha. It's like,
fuck you.
That's fair.
Fuck you. That's not fair. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Yeah, they do have discus shooting.
Yeah, discus shooting. We were cool on that. So that
sounds like something America would. But that sounds like the British South Africa any country where they had to shoot the natives are good at. That's what it
Hey,
seems
look,
like.
I love how on the soccer end we were big dick swinging when the U.S. women's soccer team won and beat the U.K. and was like, "I thought this was your sport, dog. What happened?"
The UK in the Olympics and in the World Cup have been screaming it's coming home for
Fraudulent.
years, and it's been fraudulent for years. I love how the English has never given that up.
Riddle me this, sir. How is it that like U.S. women's soccer is better than men's soccer consistently? I'm kind of confused on that, especially when they both have the same infrastructure in the U.S. Like, how is that possible? I don't get it.
I think just God, I never asked that question because the U.S. women have just been dominant.
They're just consistent. Like you never feel like, oh man, they're gonna suck. It's like no, they're pretty consistent and competitive. And
Maybe
it's just
more
men's.
opportunities. Maybe because, or at least their opportunities were different to the compared to like women from England. Not even just England, but Europe in general.
Yeah.
Maybe just they had different opportunities, and at the end of the day, they made better athletes. Maybe.
I mean,
like because like all women, like most of the women that come from America who are soccer players are really good. So maybe I think it's like a combination of like compared to where all the talent is going for men's sports is going to be mainly football, basketball, and baseball. For women, it's like where all the majority going to basketball. And not too many other places. Yeah. Not no big, freaking not no big old way going to different ones, like different people being different sports being bigger and different things like that. That's the biggest sport is women's basketball. Outside that, ain't much of anything else. So you have a pocket that can thrive that, well, maybe I want goodness, I can play that sport because women's softball, that's not a big thing. So women's hockey, unfortunately, I heard is good, but it ain't a big thing. So a lot of those athletes are going to tunnel into at least one certain sport. And I think in this case, it's soccer. I think that's, and again, opportunities.
Yeah, that's
opportunities, much like the preppy boy going to a prep school and playing tennis or baseball. The girls go there to play soccer, and that's created a freaking a pocket of nasty ass soccer players. That's probably what really happened.
So on the men's gymnastics side, the big story was my man Stephen.
Stephen Anita Smith? Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Negrosic, whatever his last name is. He was the horse pommel guy.
Yeah, everybody was Steve Smith of American Dad.
Yeah. It felt like that. You remember the shit in the Simpsons where he was like, "But Marge, we can't leave. That guy's gonna do something. I don't know what he's gonna do. He's gonna do something." He closed the door and he just does. That was him because they kept cutting to him just sitting up there asleep, like
unnecessarily jacked in the arms.
Look, if you see horse pommel, you understand why you got to be jacked. I mean, look, even I'm sitting back like, yeah, I don't have that shit.
Yeah, this was a pure. What I read on Twitter this year, this was a pure year where everybody eating popcorn that fell on their chest. I can do that shit.
Everybody gonna end up looking like fucking Vince Vaughn in Old School when he was on the fucking thing. Like, I'm still holding it. He got a cigarette in his mouth.
Joe, somebody said Simone Biles accidentally slipped. Me.
That's us as fans, though. We really will be like again. Even with if we could talk, even NFL, right? We'll literally sit there and be couch coaching, like, man, Dak some shit. I'm like, nigga, can you throw 40 yards? What the fuck?
Leave me alone. Look, what he need to do is job.
It's like, nigga, can you throw a football? Are you capable?
There are some things in sports where you are truly allowed to say you had one job, and then there's like, dog, shut up, okay? You wouldn't make it through a practice with that person. Stop talking.
So like you said, Simone Biles, like, I'm like, dude, can you even do a cartwheel? What are we talking about?
Can you tumble roll right now? curl up in the ball and just move forward
without breaking your ankle doing it.
Bullshit.
Like,
Can you do a shitty cartwheel? I can't. It's gonna look like that weird thing where you just barely lift up your two legs.
I nigga tear his ACL trying to do a half fucking cartwheel and shit. Like, how the fuck that happened?
Oh man, guys that were good, that could do stuff in high school. Oh
man,
get themselves re-hurt trying to do a move because they saying homeboy do a high jump and get his balls clipped. That was the funniest.
Oh, that shit was hilarious. Like, this man got to the Olympics and was killing it. And can you imagine? It's like you lose because your
comes
dick
up and hits you dead in the nutsack.
Can you imagine? You get to the Olympics and you almost at the cusp of a medal, and your balls keep you from winning the medal. Because at that point, you have to look at. At that point, did he like punch his dick afterwards? Like, ah.
Sorry, but anybody say they did punch themselves? It just.
I know he had to feel bad because it's not enough that happens on live TV. Everybody on social media is just memeing the fuck out of it, and it's like, damn. You see the other dude that tried to do the high jump.
Weird horrors are trying to text you things like, ew.
Did you see the guy that tried to do the high jump and he didn't even fucking jump high? He just went underneath the fucking.
That was the greatest thing I have ever seen. This motherfucker just said, zoop. It reminded me of that anime where the little girl who did the whole little thing was about to do the back jump, but she did that and just slipped right through underneath. It did have to do to go like.
You reminded me like when you're 5 years old and you tell your dad, "Hey, Dad, look at me do a flip," and then it's like not even a flip.
I have seen my sons on many of occasions. Dad, look, and I see them get enough air and then go back, and their head just takes them straight down to the ground.
D, how did they not have CTE after that?
I'm surprised none of my boys had. Okay. Look, they ain't had CTE. They ain't hurt their head that bad. Okay. I mean, they hit it. They failed. They got a little stinger, but they all right. You know, they can walk. They can walk. They know what colors are.
In grand opening, grand closing news, Olympic breakdancing happened this year. And yeah, that was a thing. Certain countries were really good. China, Japan, you know, some people in the US.
First off, I say bull crap. How did China get good at breakdancing?
Dude, have you watched America's Got Talent and all them shows and stuff? It tracks.
No, I'm saying that because I know why they were there and why they did well. It's just because you know the Chinese, they're like, fuck them niggas, we can do it better. You know that's how China's been. If you see their medal count this year, it is insane. They did just as good as America. Just, you know, they didn't score as high as us because we're America. Suck it. But China still had they had a whole lot of gold medals and all the rest of that shit. So I know for a fact the second they knew there was breakdancing, they had a committee come together and made sure that they were getting up there. Like we knew Japan was going to be there. We knew that the UK might have had somebody. Brazil, Brazil, South Korea, United States. These are countries that you expect to be there in breakdancing. Hell, we expect the French to be there, but they were. And we, probably a country we didn't know, like you probably like Venezuela, ooh, or something like that. You know what I mean?
Canada.
Like Canada. Well, of course, Canada was going to be here. Australia. Well, you know what? The Aussies are going to be here. What the fuck is she doing? What is this?
Yeah.
Okay,
B-boy Ray Gun.
Let me tell you something. It took me a full 3 days after that was done to actually watch the video because all I saw was her doing this, and I was like, I already know what you did, and I don't want to see it. I don't want to see none of this.
D, when you saw it, what was your reaction?
When she got on the ground and did the whole little back and forth thing, what the fuck was that?
The fact that her backstory was basically she grifted. Get onto the Australia breakdancing team.
She grifted to get there. She
faked it till she made it.
She made sure that two people, I think it was her and her husband or was whoever it was, they got in and made sure two people who, imagine if you will, Eris, you were born in I'm Chris. Imagine if you're born 1994. You're the weird kid that likes old school hip hop, and you were like, yeah, whatever, I want to do something. And you saw, and then one day when you turned 10 years old, you saw this magical film called Stomp the Yard, and it truly changed your life. Okay. You actually do b-boying here and there, yada yada, woo woo woo. You hear you do competitions, all that. All of a sudden, you hear the Olympics is doing breakdancing. You're like, yeah, right. But you know what? I'm going to sign up for it. And you sign up for it. And Chris, you've been doing this for the last 15 years. This is the thing that you always wanted to do. And you crushing it. You actually did this. And you see this white girl. And you was like, how did she beat me? I don't understand this. This doesn't make any sense. Life ain't fair. Well, good luck in the Olympics. Shake her hand. What about your life? And then when the Olympics happen, I'd have just, you know what? Fuck it. I didn't make the team, but I can't be that type of person. I can't have that type of spirit. Let me go ahead and watch these people. You go ahead and watch these people, and you see my girl on the ground.
Because the word racist is getting ready to come out of your mouth. It's going to be a real big issue with me.
I feel like, is this what education looks like?
Yeah. It's already bad enough. Look, Chris. Look, it's already bad that the art form of hip hop has been taken to this level. While there's a lot to celebrate about, there's a lot of people that say, the roots of reggae, it's gentrified. In this kind of case, this is part of what is hip hop being gentrified. Yes, and you know what? I'm fine with it because it's a sport now. It's considered a sport. You would consider the sport over pro wrestling and over cheerleading. Two different competitions that injure a lot of the people that go into it. So you get to have a gold medal for this competition. That is a big deal. That white woman went in there and fucked it up for somebody. Hold on, then got off the bus at Australia and actually started breakdancing competently. And I was like, "Are you serious? She legit She did this for clout? How did you clout chase at the Olympics? The last person that did that put a bomb in the Olympics. At least even then,
they put a bomb.
Who did that, by the way? I always thought it was Judy, and I was wrong. So who was that?
I forgot who it was.
It was just like a random. Was it an American or like somebody foreign that did that? I don't remember. I don't remember the full story about that. About that story, man.
But buckle up. Flag football is about to happen at the Olympics, and I'm laughing because the guy that formed the Flag Football Association was like, I don't know why these NFL athletes think they're just going to come up here and get a spot on the flag football team. I'm like, buddy,
we do not care.
Thank you. I'm like, buddy, your job is done because you're going to see Dak Prescott take your fucking position.
Oh, I already got look, hey Chris, the team ain't got to be strong either. So yes, give me that.
Tom Brady could be the fucking quarterback.
No, actually, you know what? Let's make this insulting. Give me Justin Fields. Give me any lineman, defensive and offensive. If they are considered in the 30 section, they rank 30. Get them. Just get him.
Yeah, I might say Aaron Donald, but he's higher.
No. I don't want no Chris. This thing. I'm not overpowering this team.
Sir, we're trying to put him into the ground.
If you are ranked 30 in the league, 30th in the league, yes, sign that person up. All right. If I can have one person, like if I can have one superstar on defense,
Micah Parsons.
Not Michael Parsons. No.
Come on, dog. You know Michael be game for this shit.
No,
Michael be loving this shit.
If that's the case, give me Michael Parsons. Give me Jalen Ramsey.
Oh man.
God. They can't throw the ball. They can't throw the ball at all. If you just give me Jalen, you know what? That's it. Give me Jalen Ramsey and Michael Parsons. Everybody else can be bums. Everybody else can be considered bums. Okay, give me. You know what? Fuck that. Make sure everybody's practice squad level. Give me that. That's all.
Practice squad folks will murder them. It's like, yo,
murder everybody out there. And yo, somebody had the nerve, and I saw Homeboy's clips, man, because they were trying because people that actually rooted for the idea they should actually get professional flag people to do it instead of NFL players. They started spreading his videos around. I saw it. He ain't that bad, but yeah, I'm need like.
Hey, look, I was like, don't let Tom Brady be like
real NFL players out there. Why? Just to set a statement to the rest of the world, okay?
We mean business.
Just to let you know, because I'll be damned that the Chinese beat us with a bunch of people they created in a lab 2 years prior. They're just gonna beat us. I'll be damned.
The super soldier and shit. It's like
China got all those super soldiers waiting. Those super soldiers that they can't use as soldiers, so they use them in sports. They got them in waiting over there. I'll be damned if South Korea slips up and win a gold over America. We're not doing this crap. I'm not going to give Germany the benefit of the doubt and catch us.
No, but why do you think I said, hey, no, you're gonna have to load that first? That's what's it. You gotta go fucking 92 Dream Team with this shit. Fuck that.
I'm gonna need Patrick Mahomes. Jonathan Taylor from the Colts. Give me CeeDee Lamb. Give me CeeDee Lamb. Give me CeeDee Lamb. Give me T. Higgs.
No. Running back for he's on the Ravens now. Play for the Titans.
Oh, Derrick Henry. Yeah, Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry, just because like Derrick Henry.
Give me T. Ruggs. Give me CeeDee Lamb. Give me shit. I know. Give me homie from San Francisco. Homie from San Francisco.
Oh, McCaffrey.
McCaffrey actually might be the running back. He might be. That's the starting running back. No, F all that. Starting running back is McCaffrey. No, I have McCaffrey. How would that confuse? Not actually. Yeah. How would that confuse all the? Imagine you're a white player out there. You see this white boy
juking the shit out of you.
Barry Sanders juking the best out of you. Oh, dog. You know what? Let's be fair. Give me present day Torrey Holt. Let him come out there. I warmed up. I think I can do it. He's still cooking, y'all.
Oh man, it's gonna be interesting how that flag football shit goes. Because I swear that, like I said, you got to dream team that shit first year just to really punctuate that shit.
You have to just like I said, just year one. Just year one. We're not trying to overdo it. Just year one. Just after that, y'all can win. But the first year is gonna have to be us.
It's like the first year of the in-season tournament and stuff. LeBron was like, "Nah, we winning this shit. We gotta win this shit." Because everybody remembers who wins it first. So it's like, nah.
I'm definitely with. I was there. I'm definitely with that. Yeah, shoot, man. I needed that, man. I need that. So I hope it does come off. I hope it does come off.
Winter Olympics is next, man. That's gonna be interesting because I think I watch a lot of the Winter Olympic sports like the snowboarding and the skiing and all that stuff more than anything.
It's gonna be interesting this time because our boy ain't there no more, man. Shaun White's not gonna be.
Oh man, White Jesus.
Yeah, White Jesus is gone. Man.
White snowboard Jesus.
I'm glad we got to report on what he did the last year he went in, man, because it was awesome. But we got a brother now who's taking over.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I thought I sent you that.
Was that the one? Oh, was that the one where he his boy was like he? No, that's the X Games. I'm thinking the X Games, but I think I know what you're talking about. I think I have an idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, you probably saying
because it might have been the same guy. It might have been the same dude that was at the X Games that was at the Winter Olympics.
Yeah, that's who you're thinking of.
Same guy. Yeah. Okay, same guy. Yeah.
But
I mean, he might. Hey, if that happens, that'd be dope.
When it comes to the Winter Olympics, I ain't gonna fake. I do watch figure skating. I do watch that. I actually watch the figure skating.
I kind of watched what the fuck.
I don't watch the bobsled. I watch the slalom. I watch the slalom.
What's the shit?
Curling shit.
I kind of watch curling.
Curling is the shit.
I started understanding curling a little bit. I was like, this is actually pretty intense.
I told that to DJ Sue, man. I was like, it had to be. It was when my son was probably 1 or 2, my first son, and I was watching. God, I don't know where they were. I forgot where they had the Olympics at. I think that's when they had in Canada last time. I don't remember. Whatever, fuck it. But anyway, the point is,
somewhere cold.
I was watching. Actually, the Canadian team played curling, and they was smoking everybody. I was like, "What's going on?" Okay. So you're trying to get in the middle. 2 days later, here's me. See, that is excellent. What he did was, what he made sure.
You know what the thing about
he pushed the other one off so he can take this place. Now, here's where the strategy comes in. So I actually do like curling. I watch curling. Speed skating. Like I said, I watched the downhill. Always watch the downhill ones. And but the one thing I do want to watch the one thing I do watch, but I don't tell nobody I watch it is shooting. Is the shooting one when they in the snow where they gotta go from like, they do cross country. No, it's a cross country. It's cross country.
Yeah.
Because they go cross country, stop, take out that gun, peek, put it back up. It's so boring. I love it.
Dude, you know what's interesting about the Winter Olympics though? It's funny how, like, because we talk about with basketball, like obviously it's, the competition is still fierce, but like you put together a good USA team, they're gonna fucking kill people. Hockey, it feels different because with hockey, it's like it's either Canada, Russia, Germany, Ukraine,
not one of the Slavic countries, Croatia.
Yeah. USA is like,
but Bosnia got good players, but they're not, the best.
But you start realizing, like, a good chunk of my favorite, even with the Capitals, is like, damn, a lot of y'all play for the Capitals.
A lot of them are Russian, and a lot of them are Russian.
How you feeling weird? I was like,
because America is a power. It's so weird with America. America is a powerhouse when it comes to hockey, but we're not the best hockey players.
Oh no. We got good, competent players, but they ain't like Olaf.
Just Olaf. You don't need to even add nothing on. We're not the Swiss team. We're not the Swiss. We're not the Swedish. We're not. Well, I think that's where it gets funny, where we're better than one country every other year. But yeah, I watch women's hockey during the Olympics, but I don't watch the men. And I think it's only because I don't get to see the women actually play hockey. Like even when they show Olympic sports, you got to catch it on certain things. It ain't like when you catch like a track trial where or it's actually the World Games or something like that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Or like the Goodwill Games or whatever have you. I don't think they do the Goodwill Games no more, whatever. But actually they do. I think they do. I don't know whatever. But the bigger one, the next big competition though, is going to actually be the well, of course I was going to say Little League World Series, but no, the World Series, where all the different baseball teams all play each other. That's the one. We give a fuck about.
Is that the one that Japan beat USA recently?
Yeah.
Yeah, which was good for baseball.
Yeah, rub it the fuck in. Yeah, just rub it at the fuck in. Yeah.
Speaking of rubbing it in.
Nobody wants to talk about how the Orioles are going to fuck this up.
I hate you. Don't put that evil on the Orioles, sir. You will not put that evil on the Orioles.
I will not put the evil on the Orioles. They'll do it to themselves. I ain't got nothing to do with that shit, man.
First off, the Orioles are winning the World Series, right?
We're doing that?
Yeah, we're doing that. We're doing that.
Glad I ain't gonna bet your ass. I should bet you. I don't know what to bet you though. And I don't want to be no Coca-Cola thing. No, I want it to be actually something we bet.
It's not my fault that the Washington Nationals are floundering this season.
You can flounder on this dick, nigga. You can tell me what I need not to do. Shit. Golly. Actually, y'all behind the Yankees. I did not know.
By two games behind the Yankees. But we're like we're top of the wire. It's weird because it's like this season the Orioles have been kicking the shit out of the Yankees in their in-season sort of like games and stuff. And somehow the Yankees pull out games ahead of the Orioles. And I'm like, and the thing of it is with the Orioles, here's what's happening. Going into the All-Star break, one of the biggest issues with that team is the dugout. That's been the thing that's been kind of floundering. And what's been hiding the dugout being weak has been them just playing overall good elsewhere. So it kind of hides it. Coming out of the All-Star break, the weaknesses were starting to show itself a little bit. and they had to clean it up, and they've been doing some swapping of players, and it's gotten better. So we'll see.
Yeah, the bullpen has been covering for it. The on-field defense has been covering for it.
Yeah.
The hitting especially has been covering for it, man. So no, I like this is all respect coming out of me, man, because I want to see the Orioles do good, but I'm always fuck Baltimore no matter what. But look, like put it this way. Between the Ravens and the Orioles, I actually will buy an Orioles hat and not feel nothing about it. And actually, I think I should, just the black and orange, John, just because I have one. But yeah.
First team eliminated from baseball contention, the Chicago White Sox. 31 and 101.
31 and 101.
To be a Chicago.
And I told this to my son this morning. We are witnessing history. This is amazing.
Can you imagine being a White Sox fan and you gotta look at that fucking damn win-loss record?
You need to stop in the beginning of that. You're a White Sox fan. You just stop right there. Just stop right there.
But D, you got the call over of people that were Frank Thomas fans that were hoping for the glory days.
I think shut the fuck up. They weren't even glory days when Frank was there, Let's not even act like Frank had that team deep in the playoffs. Actually, they went to the playoffs.
They went to the playoffs a couple times.
They weren't that great. I remember.
They just snuck into the playoffs when Frank Thomas was playing for them.
And this ain't when what's the phase? When your boy not Martinez, I don't know his last name. The manager nobody can't stand that won that one World Series in the 2000s, and everybody who's a historian of baseball goes, yeah, about that year. Like, and this is coming from a Nationals fan where we can say that. No, y'all winning? Yeah, about that year. Retarded. This didn't make any sense.
The thing of it is, as much as I'm giving you grief and stuff, it's like the Nationals, at least they're not Chicago White Sox terrible.
I'm glad the Nats are in a beautiful spot right now where they can they're letting a lot of their talent that they got on that coming up from the minors actually do what they gotta do, letting them mess up, letting them grow and all that. And they're in a perfect spot for that. What is that? They 59
and 73.
59 and 73.
It's not bad.
Not bad. It really ain't bad. I like the other night that they beat the fucking Mets, and I was like, the Mets are still the Mets.
It's the Mets. They're the Clippers of the New York. Come on now.
Actually, I call that the Rockies. The Rockies.
Really? The Rockies are.
The Rockies are 49 and 83. And yeah, they're going to be bad for a while. Like
you said the Rockies are the Clippers of it. Wow.
Oh, yeah. No, I wouldn't say they're the Clippers. I wouldn't say they're the Clippers.
The only reason why I said the Mets are the Clippers because the Yankees are the Lakers. The Mets are the Clippers.
I mean, sure. It feels like, all right, Colorado is the Kings, is the Sacramento Kings of baseball, okay?
That is very apt.
That's actually apt. That's actually a good one.
Pretty apt.
Say, from the ownership to the teams they build, yeah. So, but they this year is pretty decent in baseball. I haven't been catching as much as I wanted to this year, man. Just because usually when I listen to the most baseball is actually before my birthday.
Oh, okay.
After my birthday, I kind of fade in and out, just on some real ish. But I've been busy this whole summer, with the move and all the rest of that. So I've been just out of baseball. Just haven't been sitting down and listening to any games like I used to, man. The last game I actually did chill out and listen to was like, God. Wow. Back when I sat in my car before that shit clunked on me. Damn, it was that far back? It was a month and a half. Jesus. Anyway, whatever.
But transition to football real quick, D. You want to see something that was fucking hilarious?
Go ahead.
I laughed so hard at this.
D, set, go. Oh, 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 oh.
So who was that running?
D, that was Sam Darnold smoking Shady McCoy.
You know, the other day I had to see somebody put up the whole thing like, oh man, Shady McCoy was that nigga. He was that dude. Yeah, at one point.
for about a couple of years, and then
that was a fun little 4 years. Second, he got to Buffalo. He slowed his ass down, didn't he? He had that one hot year in Buffalo and just.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. When he went to Buffalo, I was like, yeah, good on McCoy. He's gonna be pretty good up there. And then crickets.
Yeah, bitch, we thought.
Actually, no, it was actually what's his face? Who was the running back up there too? Because his son is in the NFL too. As a running back. Fuck.
Who, Cook? Wait a minute, that's when Cook was on that team, wasn't he?
Yeah. And Cook ended up being the better running back over McCoy. It was Cook. Yeah, it was Cook. Yeah, Cook ended up being the better running back than McCoy. And I was like, damn, I did not have that on my fucking bingo card when that happened because I thought McCoy was
Shady disappeared like most running backs did, man. You know what I mean?
Look,
I don't know what
Look, I saw that shit and I was like, Shady, you're not allowed to talk about Dakota Prescott ever again after that.
You're not allowed to talk about anybody, your slow ass nigga. You let
a defensive lineman.
But Aaron Donald was always probably faster than him anyway.
Dude, Aaron Donald's a big dude and he still cooked him. That's crazy.
Oh man.
Not to say, but CD finally got that contract, baby.
Took him long enough. The man Jerry held out long as he could. Old man Jerry.
I swear to God, like I hate the fact that Jerry does this. I feel he's doing this shit on purpose to kind of just. I feel he does this just for the headlines. Honestly, I really feel
for the Dallas Cowboys, as you know. Assalamu alaikum, my brother. As you know, we got to make sure all these good old boys stay on the team. And, you know, they can't fly too far and think that they have authority over you. You got to actually sit down and be forceful with them.
Think I'm going to pay that Negro, Dak Prescott?
You really thought I was going to pay that? He really thought I was going to pay that half-breed any of that money I get.
Hey, we got Zeke back, though.
Hey, we got Zeke. Only thing I've seen of Zeke, and I've seen games. I don't think Zeke ran any of the games.
They basically said outright. I think it was after this last preseason game. Cowboys are pretty much going on a running back by committee approach this year.
Of course they have to. But the only clip I've seen of Zeke this year was him going through the little I forgot the name of that thing where he had the little pads and he run right through it. He ran right through it, and one of those things snapped back too far and hit him right in his nuts. He just he fell to the ground. Everybody, oh, he a bitch. Everybody looked at him like, no, that thing slapped him in his nuts. And somebody asked, just a good question, why did he have a cup? And everybody that played football before, like, why? He's in shorts. He don't need a cup for this, man. This is non-contact. What are you talking about?
Contact? Yes, you're gonna need fucking shorts.
He didn't know that thing was going to go flip. He could hit him right in the nuts. I've seen a few games this year. Have you seen any preseason games? If you didn't,
I've been watching a couple of Cowboys preseason games. Any person that was thinking that what's his face was going to be the heir apparent. Trey Lance was, oh man, that means Trey Lance, oh man, he's coming to Dallas. That means Dak's job is in jeopardy. No, it's not.
No, not at all. Cooper Rush is
more of a threat.
Cooper Rush is still more of a threat than this is amazing to me. Cooper Rush came I seen Cooper Rush those games. Cool as a cucumber. He might be permanent backup quarterback territory. Good for him. But he came in there. Everything's fine. I threw that too short. Who gives a fuck? It's all good, guys. We're all right. Right? Yeah, we're all right. With the Cowboys. That's the way he reacted.
I love Cooper
Trey was out there fighting for his life. That was hilarious. This nigga yeeted up. Was it 4 or 5 interceptions? It was 5?
5 interceptions, sir.
Okay.
3 TDs, 5 interceptions, rushed for, I think, 50 yards, 56 yards, something like that.
Okay, fun part. This the big thing for me was I want to see how this defense is under Mike Zimmer. I really want to see how he does with it because I actually like him as a coach.
Yeah.
Do I think he's better than Dan Quinn? I think he's more disciplined. His defenses are more disciplined than Dan's. I won't necessarily say it's better than Dan. So I'm actually seeing, it's kind of funny how you do it because Dan turned his defense that was nothing into a straight up. He turned into a straight nigga. Turned him into a Testarossa, man. We didn't know that this team. We didn't know the weapons we had on this squad, man.
And
he turned
and to his credit,
man.
he knew how to implement Micah real well, in a way that just worked. You know, and to our detriment too as well, because you know that greedy aspect of his defense reared its head in games where they got too greedy, and then boom, teams are up by like 14 points.
And I think that's where the play calling for the defense comes into play and all the rest. That's why I said Zimmer's a little bit more disciplined than he is with that shit. So I am measuring that. But seeing one thing that kind of brought a bright spot to it was seeing Gardner Minshew throw directly at the Cowboys all through that game. And then here I'm thinking, well, O'Connor's going to be better. Nope. He kept throwing picks at the Cowboys.
Sir. The Minshew experience was delicious.
Oh my God, the Raiders are going to have going to do nothing with him. It's going to be great.
Hey, Minshew is going to collect that money as he always does. I mean, look, people, there are NFL quarterbacks that have been stealing money this season. I'm just saying, it's a thing. Yeah, it happens.
Yes. Like Justin Herbert, we see how you play, bro. Don't low, man.
We didn't forget.
No. We know how you play, nigga. You terrible.
We got data on you, sir. Don't do this.
No. We have tape.
Oh. Speaking of which, interesting thing happened in Steeler country. Justin Fields and Russell Wilson are competing for the starting position, and it's actually. It looks like the Steelers are leaning towards Russell Wilson starting because obviously, but I mean, Justin looks better on the Steelers, maybe because he actually has a fucking offensive line that's worth a fucking damn. So that could be the X factor. So, you know, he's not running for his life while he's sitting up there playing. So that's great.
Yeah. Justin, I see him on play a little bit. Actually, it's kind of weird. I've seen the Steelers game, but I don't remember seeing Justin play.
He's played a couple. It's like from what I'm seeing, it looks like he's comfortable with the fact that he's not running for his life behind a fucking offensive line now. That's a good thing.
It does throw questions of what they're going to do with what on that squad.
Yeah.
I seen the Giants play the Jets, and I know it's like it's a weird time in New York where. I'm in that for both sides. It's a weird time in New York where neither team is going to be really good.
Joe Rogan is going to fucking hurt his other ACL in the opening game. I'm telling you right now.
It ain't like, God, that would be terrible. It ain't like, God, that'd be funny. Why, God? Why?
Should have got that COVID vaccine.
What was it? What do you take? What do you take instead of? I was gonna say alopecia. Jesus, what do we call it? What do we call it? The other stuff, not Ozempic. What did you take? Oh, damn! I'm trying to think.
The horse tranquilizer, or whatever.
Yeah, whatever the hell that was.
Ivermectin.
Not ivermectin was another name because we was calling it that in Rogers. I forgot the name. We called it. They called it, but whatever. But the horse there. Just take the fucking shot. Just take.
They really were just. I was really just wilding out here.
Take the shot. Just take the shot. Why was it so hard?
That man said, "Fuck that shot. I want to take ivermectin."
Why was it so hard for you to do that?
What D? My man was immunized. He said it on the press conference.
That actually did frustrate me. The more I think about it, like, why did you just take the goddamn shot?
My man smirked and said immunized. And I'm like, come on, bro. Like,
over there coughing on all the jerseys and shit, man. Like, well, come on, bro.
Hey, him tearing his ACL first game last year was
penance. God. That was God. I know what he did.
I swear to God, first game of the season, if that happens, I'm going to be like, D, I have magic powers. I didn't know. I swear to God.
That would be funny. It's recorded of us saying that shit too. So like, yo,
I don't know. Like, I'm not drinking the Jet juice because he's coming back to play, but it's like
the Jets have reason to feel good because of their defense, but it's like y'all had a terrible season last year.
The Giants, I don't know what the fuck is going on there. Because
it ain't like, do you remember last year the Giants? We said, hey, there might be a chance. No, there's not. No. This team
they overpaid their quarterback this year, didn't they?
Dog. How did Daniel Jones get paid?
He knows where the bodies are buried, sir.
No. I just think everybody in New York is incompetent. Like there's still 9/11 dust in the air. You just breathe it all right in. Like I don't understand it. Yeah,
You gonna blame that on 9/11
I
dust?
blame it on 9/11 dust. Dust for 2001. Something ain't right here, yeah. Y'all can't be that stupid in East Rutherford, man. Because not just the Giants, but the Jets are stupid too. So this is like, yo.
I mean, it was just insane. But yeah,
I have not heard much of the Commanders outside of being excited that they traded a bunch of people off again and gave my boy only a couple people to throw to. We're gonna see. Like we always like this is a DC. This is a pure DC thing that everybody say about the Redskins. We're gonna see.
Dude, I think collectively on the internet we figured out why Patrick Mahomes is so locked in playing football. His brother is obnoxious. His brother is obnoxious as fuck. His wife is a pain in the fucking ass, and his dad is his dad. And when you need a happy place, what's your happy place? The NFL.
Probably.
That explains a lot why he's just locked in. That means,
he's a Tom Brady. That means my life sucks, but this is not going to suck.
Football.
Let me tell you something. Yeah. There is something ultimately there's something you could really truly admire about that, but at the same time, it's truly sad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That your life sucks so bad that the only thing that makes sense is going out onto the field, the basketball court, the pitch, whatever it may be.
You know what doesn't make sense?
It's weird, bro.
You know what doesn't make sense? I saw you retweeted and I retweeted it too. So what's up with motherfuckers playing football with no fucking, like it's the 1930s with no fucking protection whatsoever?
Those tackle
CTE for the love of the game. Is that what we're doing? Is that
pretty much because those tackle leagues, man.
Fuck that. And I played I did that as a kid. We both were playing on the schoolyard as a kid and did that shit, and it was tough.
I remember doing that shit. I mean, here's the thing. I wanted to get into the league like that. But the one thing I didn't know was, number one, I didn't fight for it because I know there's a league around here that does the same thing. Mm-hmm. But the one thing I forgot about is this. The problem about actually, it's the same problem you have in any league, but in these football leagues, is a little bit more sadder. You're always going to have a couple of people who are semi-pro level who are going to come at it 100,000%. And sometimes that's fine.
Division III people.
Some Division III people, somebody that may have actually had a legit chance to make it to the league that didn't make it. Mm-hmm. They play those leagues a lot, and they don't pull a single punch. They run full speed. So you got regular people, you got regular guys out there just on the weekend trying to get some aggression out because it's a good way of getting aggression out, tackling and all the rest of that shit. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, you got some dudes out there. It's like, dude, there ain't no scouts out here.
You got to go to work tomorrow.
Dog, yeah, exactly. You work at Harris Teeter, nigga.
Now you gotta explain why your eye was like hanging out of your fucking damn eye socket. And
some of y'all, look, real talk, and some of y'all, ain't God to you, y'all don't got no lower jobs. Some of y'all got office jobs. How are you going to explain to your boss? I can't do this. I can't do the report this weekend. Why not? I broke my hand playing football. What happened on the play? Somebody stepped on that motherfucker, smashed the digits. Might have to go to the hospital and might have to go to the hospital so they can re-break your hand so they can fix it again. You don't get paid for this shit. You know that, right? You don't get paid for that. So, like you said, you always have that danger in every league you go into. If you get into a local basketball league, you got that one dude who is in practice shirtless, yelling. Ah! What? Say nothing, nigga. Fuck nigga. No. Him. Nobody else. Him, me. Him. Like, dog. Like that. Like, look. It's like I'm like Chris. I can get it. I get it. at that point, it's testosterone bouncing around everywhere.
Mhm.
I fucking understand that shit. But what I don't understand is hitting people that hard in a game you're not getting paid for, because these are real whiplashing and all the rest of that. Granted, in a way, it's more protected than actual NFL football in a way. But
Yeah.
the brain still bounces off the skull the same.
Yep. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't do it, bro. Like I said, it is made for niggas 18 to 26.
You might get-
Outside of that, you don't need to be tackling nobody that hard, because outside 26-year-olds, I don't think they're gonna take that. I think you hit a 24-year-old too hard. He's gonna like, yo, dog,
hey,
we fighting.
hey, look, 26-year-olds are different now. They like my size, 26. I'm like, God damn, all right. Well, never mind, dude.
Oh, you hit me that hard, man. Like, because real talk, man, you hit me that hard.
I'm going to my car. Get my other gun. Shoot everybody's ass.
Everybody gone, nigga.
He's got a gun!
Everybody
That part
gone.
where, oh, he's got a gun. Like, come on, dog. Like,
So random, too.
so speaking of which, NFL, they're going to actually approve a private equity investment. And what this does is it actually frees up money for NFL owners to actually do stadium renovations and things to actually kind of help their teams out and stuff, which is actually pretty cool thing. Just depends on if the owners actually do that, but I think the owners were actually pushing for this to happen. But I think apparently this benefits a lot of some of the owners that actually are like a family ran ownership kind of vibe. So that's a good thing.
And very quickly, if I could talk about very quickly, F1 is interesting because I will talk about it more on the next show, because we're coming up on Monza this week. But Max is still in first place. The last couple of races, though, Max has not won it. The Belgian Grand Prix, because let me just put it to you this way: the Belgian Grand Prix was won by Russell, but Russell didn't win it because his car weighed too less going through the finish line, because he tried to do a gamer move and it didn't work on him. And Lewis Hamilton won his second race of the year. Yeah, that's right. Lewis Hamilton has won 2 races since the last time I talked about
been great.
F1.
Great Britain, the UK, and the Belgian one. Those are the two.
He won at Silverstone, which was emotional.
Yeah, huge.
And the funny thing about it was Max has been having to look over his shoulder the entire fucking time, man. And he can't win nothing, because in his last race, Lando beat him by 22 seconds. Max is actually being challenged this year.
Yeah.
Hold on. And it happened on his own home course. It happened at in the Dutch Grand Prix, which, by the way, I fucking hate Zandvoort. I hate that damn place. I can't stand that joke. Yes, it looks fun because it's like a roller coaster. I hate that track. I can't stand it. But like I said, next time I talk more about it, because this F1 year has been kind of interesting. I might put a rant together, actually, now that I think about it.
How you been in? So me and D, I'm actually getting back into GT7 recently. How are you digging GT7? Because I've seen you post up a lot of pictures, and you doing customizing.
Gran Turismo.
Yeah, Gran Turismo. I said GT7, but Gran Turismo.
No, they just been doing different updates of new cars and all the rest of that. And I will admit, now that I have a job again, I am gainfully employed again. I can say this, Chris. I'm cheating. I'm buying these cars. I'm not going to sit and earn them like a chump. So, but no, I actually wanted to buy me a couple cars. They've just been getting more and more cars on the game, and I think I will say this: I'm glad that they stopped and they actually took time to invest to actually expand the game,
I would
make
say
it bigger,
this.
and all the rest of that.
I did one of the daily races. Okay, the Nuremberg course, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that shit in real time 2 laps, that's like an hour and 20-minute race.
2 hours. It can't be that. It ain't that
It's
long.
it's long as well. It feels long. It's I think
No, Chris. It's a solid 10 to 13 minutes getting through the bitch. I can tell you that much. But if it matters if it's the longer one.
It's a longer one. So I'm over exaggerating, but I think it's like it took that race. It was a 2-lap race. It was about like 30 minutes.
Yeah, it'll be about that. It'll be about that.
It was about 30. It felt long as shit because I was like, I know this shit's long, but fuck, did we really race for 30 minutes? Like, goddamn.
I did the stupid thing. I did this on purpose. I wasn't gonna get no more points for it. What I did was I raced against all my slow cars on Nuremberg. Yeah. Nigga, that took nearly 20 minutes to get through that thing. Motherfucking minis are going in a competitive circle trying to get that.
I mean, Nuremberg, it's like I've seen people do Super GT. Both of us follow on YouTube. Like seeing him, because I think he actually races in real life too, a little on the amateur side.
I think he does that, yeah.
Yeah, he was racing in Nuremberg. And that's, I mean, seeing it in real life is like crazy wild, seeing how like like I said, that's what I love about Gran Turismo is their attention to detail on those tracks and stuff that's based off of real courses. And it's like, yo, this is like pitch like 1-for-1, damn near.
And what I like about it was that they is that course plus what they call it, it's a 24-hour course where it's the Nuremberg and then there's the Nuremberg Grand Prix one, which is like a little regular racetrack. It's a downhill, uphill racetrack. By the way, fuck that part of that. I hate. Oh God, you would think because it's a smaller part of that whole big cluster, you would think no, it's worse because it's going downhill. There's immediately going up here and it's a sharp left turn and like, I want to like it, but I can't.
One of the other daily races, they brought back the good oldie Tokyo special stage Route 5 course, which I'm happy for. I was like, yes.
I love that. I love that stage. That's the one I practice on all the time. I practice on that one, and I'm starting to practice on the Daytona 500. Which, by the way, I've been playing.
Daytona is interesting.
It's fun, man. Racing on Daytona is fun. It's fun. Only problem is that I'm really trying to figure out what am I doing wrong as a racer. Am I not getting in line with the course that's going to make me go faster? And I'm thinking like, is my car tuned the right way? No, because it's pre-tuned and everybody gets the same type of pre-tuned setup. And I'm still coming in like in the back end. I'm not in the front. I'm in the back end of everybody. And do I get in last place? Sometimes I do, not all the time. Only on the Daytona 500 I get that way, but every other track, I'm probably last. But this one is like I came close to winning on that track, so it's like, what am I doing wrong and all the rest of that? But whatever, it's fun. It's really fun doing that track. The one other track that they added on there, they added a couple of tracks on there outside of Atlanta last year. Atlanta is a fun track.
Oh,
It's the Michelin track in Atlanta.
Oh yeah.
That's actually a fun little track if you have the right race for it. But other than that, it's funny. I can take that uphill and downhill way better than the one, like I said, the Nuremberg one. But they've been adding more cars on there and all the rest of that. So
no, I've been digging it. I mean,
you like, and again, like you said, it's more attention to detail with Gran Turismo than Forza. Forza, like I said, I love the races they do. Oh, I fucking love the races they do on Forza, man. It's more arcadey. That's the reason why, though.
That's what it was. So Deion Sanders, that's what it was. So Deion Sanders has been battling with these reporters at Colorado, and he got one of the reporters pretty much like banned from being at the press conference and stuff. And it really boils down to the fact that Deion doesn't like reporters being very legit critical of him and how he moves, which is a dick move on Deion's end for even doing that shit. And it kind of stirred up the controversy because I didn't know this. Apparently he did this at Jackson State too, which I didn't know. So
I heard about something at Jackson State, but I didn't know what it was and what capacity and all that. That he did it in, but that ain't the first time any coach did that, ban a reporter or nothing like that. That happened before, man. But there is something that says to you if it matters what the reporters say. Is a reporter just being one of those people that's just bringing up shit that ain't got nothing to do with anything, or is he one of those reporters that's probably doing his job? It's Deion is mad.
That's what I'm saying. It feels like the reporter is doing his job, and I guess, and again, I'm not excusing Deion, but maybe from Deion's perspective, he doesn't feel the reporter is doing their job, and it's like, no, he's doing his job. He's just, and I guess maybe Deion doesn't want to, answer the questions or any of that shit. So that's his way of dealing with it, which is like, it ain't a good look, Deion. Just telling you that it's not a good look.
Of course not. Nah, not to do none of that shit, man.
So, and that's also with respect to apparently somebody from the Colorado football team went to Saudi Arabia to get some money. So, Yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, you didn't hear about that? Like, they didn't say who it was, but it's like, so did Deion go to Saudi to get money? What's going on with that? Like, so it's. I mean, college football is starting up.
I ain't got nothing. I saw the match. I saw the game between Florida State and Georgia Tech. First off, back and forth. Only thing I can say about this: Florida State had it coming only in the sense of you saw these niggas came out and responded right back in the first quarter. It was a back and forth tit for tat game all the way. I will say this about Florida State. It sucks because your man hit a 59-yard field goal. It was real nice right before the half ended. It was really nice. But at the very end, a field goal won it. And they'll go to season. Oh,
no.
So it ain't the season for them. They can, like Florida State, they'll
get a bowl game.
That's what they can lose one game and stay in a bowl, so the top bowl hunt. But we'll see about that.
That's what it is.
Only thing that sucks about this is that they were this is an ACC game, so
Yeah, that's what it is. So former CU Buffs football coach approached Saudi Arabian officials to secure money for the school's 5,430 Nil Collective.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this has been eye-opening as we're getting money from the Saudis now. This is interesting. Follow. I think it was said by.
I had the letter in front of me. Said the publication said it retained a resignation letter sent by Riley, who previously worked with CU head coach Deion Sanders at Jackson State, to CU athletics director Rick George that mentioned the trip to Saudi Arabia. The arraignment was that because I did all the nil work at Jackson and got us through, you guys would pay me a modest salary and make me the special teams coordinator, which should have freed up time for me to handle the nil activities. Riley wrote, "You pay me $90,000 a year and let me handle special teams. I did all this work in your name and was told to pursue it. I burned through all of my contacts in the Mormon community, which is worth about $3 trillion. Now I can't get these people to answer my calls because I just found out today that none of my endeavors would happen. I even went to Saudi Arabia and got a meeting with the Saudis who were interested in pursuing business. I have email receipts to prove it, and you guys let it fall flat on its face."
Wow.
Man, oh man.
I think this is one of the things that, just to be honest with you, one of the smarter people were worried about. What happens when where the money comes from, people getting paid a certain amount.
Mm-hmm.
I did this, and these are the little things we don't think about. I worked for you. Where's my money at? You didn't give this person their money. Now it's going to make you look bad. It's going to make the whole NIL deal look really suspicious. Like, are y'all funneling money now and all the rest of it? These were the things where when somebody goes, I don't know. I don't know, because wouldn't this open the door to some type of, I won't even say corruption, but money's problems.
Thank you.
You know what I mean?
I mean, so especially when I think we've talked at length multiple times over. I mean, fucking Saudis got their hands in, English soccer with the Premier League and stuff. Got the Saudi, it's like Saudi got the Saudi Pro League. They got Live Golf, esports. They're trying to get into NBA basketball now. And NFL. It's crazy.
What they do with the Premier League is that the owning part of that is like, what? It's wild, number one. But also what's really big about it is that, like I said, they're just trying to have their name in every big sporting event. And it's just, I don't know what to tell you, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's yeah. So, but yeah, we are back. NFL season starts in what, a couple of weeks? Couple weeks? 2 weeks?
Yeah, it starts on February. I think
February, September,
not February. Good God, yes,
after Labor Day. After
Yeah,
Labor
after
Day.
Labor Day. Yeah, after Labor Day.
Yeah, it starts. And funny enough, that following month, boom, NBA action.
All right, so I'm gonna tell you this though. The next thing I decided the next movie we're going to do a movie review. I don't know how soon, but I'm trying to make it do it as soon as possible. We're going to do the movie that's starring Thomas Ian Nicholas, Daniel Stern, and Gary Busey. That is Rookie of the Year, a family picture made in 1993, and nigga Dan Hedaya wasn't. Yeah, Dan Hedaya was.
Yeah, Dan Hedaya was the coach. Was the coach.
Neil Flynn. Is there anybody else in this movie that I would know? Barry Bonds was in this. Bobby Bonilla was in this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, there's quite a. I want to know all the people that was. Yeah, but we're finally going to do this. We're finally going to do this movie. It's a movie I wanted us to do for a while because very stupid. Kid breaks his arm. All of a sudden, he got Nolan Ryan tendons out of nowhere. And by the end of the movie, he needs Tommy John surgery. So that's what happened.
Yeah, I mean, it's Tommy Johnson.
He does. You go look, Chris. You're laughing right now. What we do is like, yo, D had me rolling because we got to that part where he broke his arm again. I was like, oh my god, he needs Tommy Johns. D was right.
Motherfucker got Tommy John surgery and was fucking damn pitching like a motherfucker.
It'd be funny as hell. It'd be funny as hell if they say that in the movie and he can't. He's like, you're gonna need Tommy John surgery. You can't play baseball no more. Or some shit. If they say it like that, here's me. 2024 laughs in your face. There are people working on the second Tommy John surgery to keep him going for the next 4 years.
See, you can't do a remake of Rookie of the Year now because all the kids are gonna get the wrong lessons. So you mean to tell me if I get Tommy John surgery, I can pitch like that kid? Yes.
Oh my god! And that's pretty much what it. And that's the worst part about it because Tommy John surgery is getting done younger and younger and younger.
Oh yeah, we said that because it was like
we talked about
kids who are 16 years old in high school
and getting Tommy John surgery.
Like, bro, like the fuck?
Why? Why? Because I might be I might be a prospect, or in some cases, dude, I am going to North Carolina State and they have a great baseball program, or I'm playing baseball in the SEC and I need to be, you know what I'm saying? And I need to be top thing. So get my Tommy John surgery now so I can get in that junk so I can be good so I can start
get my money.
Again. Hopefully I get one of these minor league contracts, get my 90,000. I smoke all that up in a year. That's our next show, man. And that will be our next movie, but our next show, mainly for Working On Sports Show, will be about football. Of course, foosball time, baby. So, did it.
All right, we'll catch you guys later. Peace out.
Tackle them all.